Y'all, I am literally shook right now that 2K and Brianna Olsen's court case finally came to an end. And it really does seem, okay, in my opinion, y'all know I'm no legal expert over here, okay? Once again, I'm a high school dropout, okay? I am dumb. I am admitting that, okay? But it does seem like everything that I have gathered so far that this has really went into 2K's favor. I think that he really did win, and y'all, he was super excited after this. I have to say, y'all, I'm gonna play the clip in a little while. That Brianna Olsen was like cheering and so happy and like blowing those like ribbon popper things. Because basically she gets to have unsupervised visits now, but not for long. And then also, y'all, Santos is not allowed to be present well, Winter is around her. So I just think that this is so crazy. And I'm also wondering too, because obviously I don't know the insides of like everything within the court case. I wonder if this has something to do with his arrest, you know what I mean? Or like previous charges before against Santos, because this kind of seemed to come out of left field, do you know what I mean? I was like, wait, why is Santos not allowed to be there? So I'm almost wondering if what happened in Catalina when allegedly he got arrested for DV, okay? I'm wondering if that had something to do with it, okay? Also, another big thing is that everyone's making a big deal that I guess the judge ended up granting 2K's DVRO, which we'll go over a little bit later on after I play some clips for you guys, because I was like, oh, damn, this seems to be putting a stop to basically all of her and Santos. Well, I guess maybe not Santos. I guess it's technically only against Brianna talking about 2K, which I think is a trip because in the middle of court case, I guess when they had to step out for recess, she was talking about the case on live, okay? And as of right now, at the time of me filming this video, 2K really hasn't said much. I did have a clip of him like running around and super excited, but I'm not even gonna play that for you guys because he was just excited basically to say that he like won. If you guys do not recall, okay, it was rumored out there that he has spent $200,000 on legal fees to put up with this battle basically to gain primary custody of Winter, and it seems that that was granted in his favor, okay? Before I play like the clips and everything, I'm sorry, before I even read like that little article that I had somebody posted online, which once again, I'm not going to go ahead and say that it's out here 100% true because I didn't look it up myself. I got it from somebody on the internet. Y'all know whenever I'm like, you know, gathering my information, I like to do my own fact checking. However, when it comes down to court cases, I don't know how to get these court cases. Like, it always trips me out that people are easily able to go onto like a courthouse's website and like get these documents. And then also too, it trips me out that it's made public. Do you know what I mean? Like shit like that really trips me out because I'm like, wait, like if I were to like get into an argument with my neighbor or something, and let's say that I end up suing them, like y'all could end up like finding the court case on it. Like to me, that's a trip. Like it almost seems like it's an invasion of privacy because it should seem like it's like something that's, you know, private or whatever. Anyways, before jumping into that though and getting into the DVRO and Bree celebrating and all that, I do want to go ahead and play a clip because in the middle of the court case, Brianna Olsen was giving an update about like how it was going, and she was saying that like 2K was like yawning or whatever, and that the judge was getting mad at her, and that Mop was falling asleep because I guess he had all of his homies there to like, you know, have him there for support because this was supposed to be, well, it is or was the very final court date, which damn, y'all, I have to say $200,000, like that's kind of crazy to me. I almost wondered, okay, before even getting into this though, I almost wondered, do you guys think that it would have been better if they were to just like settle outside of court and just come to an agreement? Like, you know, 50-50 custody type of thing? Or do you guys feel like this is something that should have happened? Because there's still something within me, I guess, and maybe I'm just too hopeful of a person, okay? Maybe I am. I just feel like, oh my gosh, like I feel bad that like he gets primary sole custody of Winter, but then in the end, like, isn't Winter really the one paying the cost here because he doesn't get to be around his mom? And then, okay, what if, and I know this is a big ass what if, okay, but what if Brianna changes her behavior and changes her character? And what if after giving birth to her second child, she ends up maturing more and end up becoming an amazing mom? Then does she have to refile? Do they have to go to court again? Does 2K have to spend another $200,000? Does she have to spend $200,000? Like, how does this work? I'm so curious if you guys could let me know because I'm sitting over here like, damn, I feel like there's so many moving parts to this because let's go ahead and keep it real. Y'all already know that there's been so many people out there who have really been shitty parents and they've grown and learned, and you know, maybe she didn't learn from the first one, maybe she'll learn from the second one. Yes, I know I'm wishful thinking over here, but then I'm just over here saying like, damn, for Winter's benefit, I really would hope that she would get it together, and then if she does get it together, does she get another opportunity to be able to spend more time with him, because to my understanding it seems like she doesn't get very much time with him. So anyways, I do want to go ahead and start this off by playing this clip to where she is giving an update during the court and talking about 2K allegedly getting scolded by the judge. Check it out.
Mop fell asleep. Sean, what did he do the first day? He did so many things. The second we started court, he went, whoa.
Bro,
and the judge said, I'm sorry, Mr. Giese, do you need sleep? Do you not have enough energy to be here and attend today at your fullest attention?
Should we take a break?
Do we need a break? That was the first thing she said to him that day. And then, yeah.
I gotta say, I feel like it's really crazy that she's giving updates even in the last court date. You know what I mean? Because all along, she really should have realized is this has really went against her. Her speaking out so much on the internet has 100% worked against her. Like, that's where I'm just kind of like, girl, y'all know I always say, look, she's funny, she's entertaining, but I'm not saying this in a rude way because y'all know I always call myself dumb. I am not the smartest person out there, but I've really got to see now that she's dumb. Like, she really is dumb. I'm like, how are you getting onto the internet and always talking about everything when now all of this stuff has been held against you? As soon as I made my last video before I went on my cruise, I was even talking about that. I was like, they're bringing up all of these files of her making a Snapchat about this, a TikTok live about this, her making a video about that. Like, everything that she has said against 2K, it has been used against her in court, and yet here she is on the very last day still speaking out about it when you know you can't talk about this shit. To me, it's crazy, but I just come to see now, I was like, okay, low-key, she is a little bit dumb, and she be putting out too much information because that's being used against her. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I do want to go ahead and use this, okay? Because everybody was posting this under there. And y'all, I'm going to read this to you guys and post it up on the screen. I don't know jack diddly shit about all of these legal things, okay? So when it comes down to it, I'm going to read this little report to you guys. And honestly, the biggest takeaway that I have from it is that Santos can't be around Winter, okay? That was the part that I was like, oh shit. Like, what ended up happening with this? How did this transpire? The only thing that I could piece together is that Santos, him getting arrested, like maybe 2K's lawyer had put in some type of like motion, you know what I'm saying, to the judge to say, hey, like, no, Winter cannot be around Santos because clearly he has a charge against him. That's the only thing that I'm thinking. But then also, it's going to be a real tricky situation because check this out. Before I even read this, I'm all working up scenarios here. Santos and Brianna Olsen are having a kid, okay, which, by the way, forgot to even tell you guys too. Duh, how could I forget this? I love how you guys were like tagging me on things. As soon as I finally got service for my cruise, I got so many people tagging me in this that apparently, okay, this is a rumor. Okay, I haven't seen any truth to it, but it was a rumor that apparently they hired this like, oh my gosh, I forgot, like, what was it called? Like an X-ray technician or whatever to do her ultrasound, because they said that at the bottom of the screen, her name wasn't on there, or it was like a different name. It wasn't Brianna Olsen. I forget exactly what it was. But then also at the bottom of the screen, it was like a recording of the sonogram. It wasn't like actually happening live, that it was like a YouTube video of a sonogram playing on the screen. So people had worked up this theory, okay, not my theory, I'm just saying what people were saying, that they hired somebody to act like they were giving the sonogram, okay? I have yet to see any truth to that, okay? I'm still running with, I think they really are pregnant, you know what I'm saying? But obviously time will tell if it's a skit or not, but from everything that I've seen so far, it looks legit, you know? Also, too, I do think, because y'all know that she loves her drink, okay? I really do think that if, like, she was, in fact, not pregnant, I think, like, people would have saw her slip up and drink a beer or something by now, and I have yet to see that, okay? Just throwing that out there, because I'm like, oh, damn, you know? Oh, anyways, my whole point was even saying about that is, moving forward, if they really are going to have a kid, what are they going to do when it comes down to, oh, Santos can't be around Winter, but then say, for example, if Brianna wants to throw Winter a birthday party and her second child a birthday party or whatever, they can't be together. Like, they can't be at each other's birthday parties if Santos is going to be there. Like, that to me is kind of crazy, you know? Anyways, I do want to go ahead and read this right here. Once again, I'm just going to read it because I don't really know quite too much about this, okay? But it literally says at the bottom, John, I don't know how to say his last name, Giese? I don't know. Brianna Lynn Olsen, and y'all, this is it right here. This matter is called for hearing. The petitioner is sworn and testifies. Petitioner request for a domestic violence restraining order is granted, okay? Everyone was making a big deal about this, okay? The court orders a permanent restraining order for a period of 1 year. Restraining order is to expire on August 27, 2026. No Kletz report, I don't know what that means, was available to review. Restraining order after hearing. Order of protection is signed by the court and filed. The protected person and the restrained person were at the hearing or agreed in writing to this order. No other proof of service is needed. Petitioner is granted sole legal custody of minor child Winter Dallas Giese, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Petitioner is to have primary physical custody of minor. Respondent is to have visitation with the minor child in Dallas, Texas, and surrounding counties for the first month. Visits are up to 1 week long per month. Respondent's friend Santos not to be present during the visits. Respondent is ordered to provide to petitioner the location where she will exercise visits. Respondent is ordered to take 12 weeks of parenting classes and provide proof of completion to the court. Okay. Now, where this whole domestic violence thing kicked in, the restraining order, is because I want to read this for you guys because everyone was saying, oh, damn. Apparently, allegedly, the judge had ordered her to stop talking about John or 2K on the internet. And this is what it says right here. A DVRO, which is the domestic violence restraining order, it says it can order the abuser to not contact the protected person, stay away from protected person's home / work and children's school, refrain from certain actions. This can include physical violence, threats, harassment, stalking, and destroying property, move out of the shared residence, not possess firearms. Okay, so that's all the things that basically are going against her during this time. So I'm like, oh my God, y'all, the fact that they actually, granted that, because at first I really do think that she was thinking this is not going to go through. Like, oh my God, remember she was making such a big deal. Oh, he filed a restraining order against me. But it's like, once again, because she wasn't shutting her damn mouth on the internet, this worked against her. This is where I'm just like, girl, if you would have just shut up, maybe all of this wouldn't have happened, because obviously that limits her from doing so many things. I am so curious about this too, considering that they obviously are going to have a restraining order, and that was granted. I'm like, wait, so how are they going to do the baby handoffs? You know what I mean? Anyways, y'all, I do want to go ahead and play this clip for you guys because I found it to be a little bit sad. And then everyone was commenting, why is she acting like this is a win? Literally, 2K got primary sole custody of Winter. Why is she throwing a celebration about this? And she was so excited to just not have supervised visits. And this is where I'm like, girl, you're celebrating over not having, supervised visits. You should be celebrating if you got 50% custody, but she didn't. The fact that you could only see your son 1 week out of a month, that's kind of crazy to me. But I mean, I guess to her, maybe she was really thinking oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to see my son. I don't really know. Check this clip out.
Unsupervised and overnight and moved to
on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Go, Papa! Ah! Go, Greg! Unsupervised visits. Unsupervised visits. And overnights. You feel me?
Thanks to her, but you don't have to show her.
But you can be on video.
Is this
Hold on, wait, we're gonna mute for a second.
There, y'all saw right there, she was super happy and celebrating. And y'all, I'm telling you, every comment was like, is she okay mentally? Because this was not a win for her. She didn't win. 2K won, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, everything was against her. So, and I was sitting over here like, girl, you're celebrating no supervised visits? What the hell? It just goes to show me that I'm low-key, she's a little bit delusional too, because girl, you didn't even get 50% custody of your son. That's crazy. To me, I would be so sad. I would be so let down. I would be like, damn, I was really hoping to have 50 custody. You know what I mean? That's not the case. Anyways, I do want to go ahead and talk about one last clip that I did see, because Santos was on the internet talking about 2K and saying that he's a bad dad and all these things. And I'm like, Santos doesn't even see his daughter. To me, sometimes, y'all, I overthink everything, you know what I'm saying? And I really do think about what I say before I say it, because I'm like, I don't ever want to look like a hypocrite. I don't want to look dumb. And sometimes I think people are just really ignorant, you know what I mean? Really dumb, because Santos saying all these things about 2K, I'm like, somebody even commented on here, well, not commented, but the person that I got this clip from, it said the call is coming from inside the house, because clearly everything that he's saying about 2K is him. You know what I mean? Like, you're sitting over here saying, oh, 2K never sees his son, and he's a bad dad. And it's like, that's you. You never see your daughter. Clearly, you're a bad dad. Like, what's going on with this? But then also, I want to point out right now, I haven't seen any clips of him talking about the whole situation that he can't be about around Winter, because I am obviously a little bit late to this, being that I was on my cruise. I don't know if this clip that you guys are about to see is after the court filing or if it was right during it. I don't know if he caught word of he can't be around Winter at all, you know what I'm saying, at this point, but go ahead and check out this clip right here.
John is not a good dad. He's never even there with Winter. He's trying to be a good dad, and I appreciate that, and that's why I say that the kid deserves both parents. I say everyone has a opportunity to, but like a person that hits women doesn't deserve to be on to be with that person. So like he's gonna have to deal with Winter by himself. His mom comes, his mom takes care of everybody.
I'm so sorry, y'all. Like, I'm not even trying to be negative like that, but I love how he's over here saying that he's not a good dad, that he never even sees his son, when I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you never see your daughter. Like, you kind of look dumb, you know what I mean, making comments like that. And then also, too, for him running with this, that, oh, he hits women, it's crazy to me because didn't he just get arrested for DV? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like I said, I don't know the exact in and outs of that Catalina case. I don't know if he really did, in fact, put hands on Brianna during that time. Honestly, I was so confused about that because somebody did post, like a court filing of that, and supposedly it was DV. It was filed under that, but I don't know if that could be underneath something else. Like, say, for example, like if he fell into her, if he was so drunk that he, knocked a glass off and it hit her foot. Like, I don't know how those types of things work. So I really do want to be cautious with saying that and saying that allegedly, it was filed under DV. But I'm like, clearly you've been outed for all these things before too. Santos had so many people coming forward making allegations against him. And the fact that he's over here making these strong allegations against 2K is kind of crazy to me. Okay. That's just my little 2 cents on my, assessment over here of his damn video. But clearly y'all know Santos is, not the brightest crayon in the box. Okay. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.